All right, guys, so today we're taking a look at the SMONET SR5 Solar Auto Pool Skimmer. I have to tell you that these type of robots, the pool skimmers, are one of my favorite robots to have in our pool because they cut down the most amount of work. So before we go into the details, this is the benefit of having a robot like this. You're going to be cleaning out your skimmer trap much less, which means the life of your filters is going to be improved, which means that cleaning out your filter is going to be much less, because you're not going to have debris that floats into your actual, again, skimmer trap, or that little basket that everyone has in their pools. And this is going to work both on a pool that is above ground and underground, or below ground. In my case, you can see my pool in the background. It's a below ground, and basically it is a saltwater based pool. And this guy right here has been doing a fantastic job. Now, you'll notice immediately on the very top that it has solar panels, because this robot is a solar charged robot. I've charged it once, and I've had this running for several weeks without charging it again. And you heard that right. Without charging it again, without turning it off. It recharges, it does its deal, and it just cleans. And you're going to see the actual tray itself, how much I've actually had this robot pick up, and you'll see what it's picked up today. So, cordless automatic pool surface cleaning, solar charging like we mentioned, dual speed, and you're going to see that in a couple seconds, and it will work on a variety of pools. It has an ultrasonic radar that is going to be about smart obstacle avoidance, and you'll see them right there in the front. And it basically is just going to go through the top surface of your pool and clean it off. And it could do that in 1 or 2 speeds simply by selecting the different options that you have. So it looks like a spaceship, like when you first start looking at it. So we're going to turn it around so you can see some of the things that are going on here. And you can see that this is a little wet because I just pulled it out of the pool. So it has the sensors, it has these wheels that as it's going on the wall of your pool or it bumps into it, it helps it kind of negotiate it. It will go back if it needs to. On this side, you can see that it has more wheels in the back. And then in the back, you see this is where the propellers are, right? And then you have your power button right here. And I'm telling you, I've only charged it once in 3 weeks, and that's when I unboxed it. That's what's so amazing about these guys. On the top, the solar panel is very, very clear. So this is the solar panel. And then over here is the tray. And I'm going to pull this out so you can see what it's caught. This is everything that's picked up that I didn't have to clean up myself. This is amazing. This is a time saver. This is why I love this guy, because this would have been in my skimmer too. And you can see there's a lot. I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 trees in my backyard, and I don't have to worry about this anymore in my pool. And I also have my neighbor. I'm going to go ahead and empty this basket out here on the side. My neighbor's pool as well their trees fall into my pool as well. So that's something that I don't have to worry about anymore. All I got to do is slide this tray back like this, and that's it. Over here it has this scooper. It's going to be turning around as it's picking things up. This is probably one of the simplest robots you can have, because once again, all you do is power it up, put it in the water, and you forget about it. And again, I don't do anything with this guy. It doesn't have Bluetooth, it doesn't have Wi-Fi, but it doesn't need it, because all you got to do is to make it go is you push this button and you have sports mode, solar mode, and charge. So I press this one. There's a little LED here that will turn on. Let's see if we can get that to turn on. There it goes. It's powering up. And you notice that the propellers already started moving. And right now, this is normal mode, and it's basically charging. You can see how it moves. Let's go ahead and put it in the water. All right, so you see the robot running. It's doing its thing, and this guy is fast, right? Look at that's normal mode. That's not sports mode. So it is going to just work your pool and keep your pool nice and clean. Now, if there's any kind of debris, surface bugs, the robot is going to take care of them. It's not going to get to the bottom, which is, just one thing to be really clear. It's going to work the top of your pool. But notice how it's working all around the side of the pool. It's going to continue to do this. You'll notice that there's something right there. If it moves forward, we'll see if it picks it up as it's moving. And there it goes, there it goes. And that will be, there it goes. That's one less thing that I have to use the little net to pick up, right? So I have some cleaning that I have to do right here, but I'm not worried about that, because this guy, that's not his job. His job is to pick up all those little fuzzies that are at the very top. And you can see it doing it right there really, really nicely. So this is what this guy is all about, right? It's about taking care of all that. Now, as it's moving through, my water is a little bit low here on this side, so it's getting a little stuck, but it will make its way away. Now, the one thing I want to highlight as well is in addition to it being solar, it is silent. You don't know if this thing is running because you don't hear anything, which is something else that I love. Now, the one thing about its silent operation is that you will see the propellers moving, you'll see the water movement. I look out the door to see if it's running. And again, I don't do anything with this. This thing is running 24 hours, right? And it just charges itself and it keeps on going. I have never been able to detect the battery level of it because once again, the robot doesn't, doesn't have an app, but I don't really have to worry about it because every morning when I wake up, it's going to be running and it's going to be cleaning. Now, the one thing I'll highlight about this robot, and there is one weakness with this robot, right? And that is that if you have a pool cleaner that has a cord that is above surface, what will happen is, in many cases, it will get stuck. So I've been using this with my electric charge-based type robots, and it works fine because there's nothing on the top of the water that it's crashing into. But if you happen to use one of the old style robots that do require you to have them connected, what ends up happening is the feet could get caught, something can get caught, and when it gets caught, it will just continue to try to detangle itself. But I found that many times just there waiting for me to move it out. So if you have a robot, again, that has the cord, take your robot out of the pool once you've done your cleaning routine, and then you're pretty much set to go. But this little guy here is going to save you a lot of time. Now, the last thing I'll say about the robot is, again, the control interface is pretty simple. You saw it right there in the back. You press it and you can change between normal or sports mode. You can see how quickly it's negotiating my pool. I think normal is fine. I would only use sport. Let's say, for example, if I have people coming over and there's a lot on my surface of my pool, I'd probably kick into the sports mode. But besides that, normal is fine. You're seeing real time, no acceleration, how fast this robot goes.
So guys, that wraps up our review. See you in the next video.